put together motherhood homemaking videos on this channel. Today we are going to be talking about some items from around the house that I have been loving this spring season. Let's jump right in. So the first category that we are going to be looking at is jewelry. My husband recently got me this jewelry cuff. It's super delicate and beautiful. I really usually go for a more minimal approach when it comes to jewelry. These earrings are probably the largest ones that I own. Adding this little cuff just gives that little extra to a look that makes it that much more special. I also have been loving these silver hoop earrings. They're small hoops and I think they're very simple and beautiful. I think they add a little bit of elegance to an otherwise just kind of ordinary outfit. I really love a piece of jewelry that can kind of dress up and elevate something that I'm wearing, and these hoop earrings definitely do that for me. Now these earrings I really love because they are a mix of gold and silver. So fun, simple, and cute. Okay, our next category is sort of a miscellaneous around the house category, and we have my day timer that was given to me. I am a sucker for lists and a good day timer that provides me with a lot of places to write notes. I just love this day timer so much. It has all the tabs for the different months. You have your overview for that month. Within that overview you can list birthdays and anniversaries. Like I said, I love lists. I am a big list person, and it's very well put together, very organized, and just helps me keep not just my calendar in one place, but all the things that I want to accomplish. Because you know, if you're a list person like me, lists can end up everywhere, and this just helps keep it all in one area and just keeps everything organized for me very well. And I couldn't mention my day timer and writing notes without mentioning this pen. I love it so much. It's my favorite. I've tried a lot of different pens over the years, and I know pens, we use them and maybe don't think twice. Am I weird? Like, do you really take a lot of thought into the pens you use? Is that just a me thing? Let me know in the comments. I love this pen so much. I love a good fine point pen. There's just something fun about having a pen that you really love, and this one is my favorite. Okay, so I recently discovered these bins at Walmart, and I have been so happy with them. The main reason that I love them is that they are multi-purpose. I am using one of them right now in the kitchen. I'm using one in my living room. I'm planning to purchase more as I'm able, and it's just been so great because they're really large. They're not like oversized, but they're a good size. I can fit a lot inside of them. I think they're very good quality. I'm super happy that I made this find, and I will be utilizing these bins all over our home. Okay, I also want to talk about my Mrs. Meyer's spray. I purchased this through Grove, and I just was so excited to finally have a multi-purpose spray. Cleaning is so much more fun when you purchase products that you enjoy using, that you enjoy the smell of, and it just makes cleaning that much more enjoyable. It makes a really big difference. Okay, so we now find ourselves in the kitchen category. First, I want to talk about these pantry organizers. My favorite thing to do is organizing. I love it so much. My pantry is not huge, and it's still a good size. Like, I do have a pantry, and I'm so glad for that. But the containers I had tried before, so you kind of press the top and they click open and shut. And they're great, they're solid, but they were awkward shapes for my pantry. They were just, most all of them that I tried, and I did try different sizes, they were just so that I couldn't stack them on one another, and they just were not fitting well in my space, so I had to keep looking for something better. I found these containers, and they are great. They're stackable. They have the flat top. Another issue I had with these previous containers, because of the airtight seal and the way that the lids worked, you had to keep so much space from hitting the top, so it was a lot of wasted space, and that really kind of bothered me. I want to utilize my space as much as possible, and so these containers that I found have been so much better. You can fill them almost to the top, and they clamp shut, very sleek, very easy to use and really need to be fancy because I think on its own it just looks very aesthetically pleasing, and I've just had so much fun using these. I'm so glad I found them. So now I want to talk about my cast iron scrubber. If you use cast iron, you know they are very hard to scrub sometimes, and especially because you're not supposed to use soap with them and you're not supposed to soak them for long periods of time in water. Cast iron is amazing because it is one of the few things in this world that actually gets better with use. So I really love my cast iron so much. So finding the proper tools for cleaning was important. And this little scrubber has been a lifesaver when it comes to cleaning my cast iron. These towels were another Walmart find, and I think they are so cute. Something that I really found to be an issue when I found towels that I thought looked nice is that they usually weren't very well made, or they weren't made for use. They were just made to look cute hanging in your kitchen somewhere. And I like the idea of cute towels, but I want towels that are also practical and work well for my kitchen and for the function of my kitchen. So I'm so glad I found these because they are quite thick, they are soft, and they just work so well for drying my dishes or hands or just whatever I need around the kitchen. And with our newly painted kitchen cabinets, I think they fit into the kitchen so well. Okay, so this water thermos was something I stumbled across recently, and I've struggled with drinking enough water. I think that's so important to be drinking enough. I love drinking with a straw, and just having something dedicated to my consumption of water helped me to just remember to drink and make it a little bit more enjoyable. So now that we're on the subject of drinking through a straw, I have to mention these reusable straws. I have in the past purchased plastic straws. I don't go through a lot of them, but there's just something special about using a straw in a smoothie or a milkshake or just in a glass of water that just makes it a little bit more fun, a little bit more extra. And so I love having straws on hand, but it just felt like such a waste to purchase those plastic straws and then toss them in the garbage after one use. So I acquired these reusable metal straws. I love them so much. They're so fun. All of us have been loving using these straws. Okay, and I cannot pass up my kitchen category without talking about this tea. I would not have known this tea exists were it not for a friend of mine who gifted me this tea. It is so delicious. It's a strong tea. I just love a good black tea, and on a cooler day when I just need a little extra something, a little something warm, I found myself reaching for this tea. I've tried a lot of different types of tea, a lot of different black tea. I really am a black tea lover, and this one has been my favorite so far. It's so good. Okay, so we have now reached the babies and children category, and I have to talk about my Moby wrap. I love this thing so much. In the past, I've used a different type of wrap. This one has been amazing. It took me a little bit to just get the hang of tying it. I actually practiced before Violet was born so that I kind of knew what I was doing. It is a lot of fabric to work with, but I've just been so happy with having this wrap. Violet loves to be held, and most babies do. She loves being close to me. She loves being a part of what I'm doing. And especially on the days that she's really fussy, or around the time of evening that most babies have where it's not bedtime yet, but they're just starting to get crabby, and I'm trying to get dinner prepared and take care of Malachi, I just stick her in that thing. She joins me in whatever I'm doing, and it has been a lifesaver. I love it so much. I use it pretty much every day, and it's just so nice to have something to just hold her in that I know she's secure, and then I am hands-free. So this was my first time using the Moby wrap in particular. I have tried other wraps in the past, but I've been so happy with this one. If you're a mama who's considering getting a wrap, look into this one. Okay, so I want to talk about her little tea there real fast. This one was purchased from Malachi, and he actually didn't care for it that much. That's the reality with babies and toddlers. I mean, you buy them these things, but sometimes you don't really know if they're going to like them, and one baby will love something that another baby doesn't care about. That was the case with this teeter. So I say this, and I'm giving you these ideas for products to try, but obviously, you know, you may have to try them out and just see what works with your children and what doesn't. This teeter has been great for her. She doesn't have any teeth cutting through just yet. She has been dealing with some sore gums, I think, and just everything's been going in her mouth. So she really loves just gnawing on this, and it's just perfect for her to just give her something that she can gnaw on when she is dealing with those sore gums, and she's a baby, so everything goes in her mouth anyway, and she just loves hanging onto it and just chomping on it all the time. This bubble bath, I use it for soap, I use it for like their hair, for washing their body, and I love filling the bath with these bubbles. When I'm drawing a bath for them, I'll just run this into the water, and it's lavender, so it's very relaxing and calming. I mean, my kiddos tend to get more, at least Malachi for sure, will get more wound up from a bath, so anything that I can do to keep those emotions more mellow, it helps. Something I love about it too is how long it's lasted. Like I said, I've used it for pretty much everything. I like that I have a product that I can use multi-purpose, because when you're giving kiddos a bath, it's just hard when you have a lot to work with. So I can use this for everything, and it's lasted me a long time. I only recently used up the container that I was using, that I was given for Malachi, and just recently purchased a new one. So it works very well. It's pretty concentrated. I love this stuff a lot. This play gym is so cute. I really hate toy takeover when it comes to kids' toys, and I think nowadays toys are made louder and brighter, and just the idea that's pushed is like the louder and brighter the better. At least that's the impression I get, and I don't agree with that. I think the home is a place that should accommodate children and should welcome children, but that doesn't mean it has to be taken over by their toys. I really like to incorporate toys as part of the home without feeling the need to push them away and hide them, because my kids are a part of my home as well. So that being said, I want to have toys that aren't just going to overwhelm my space. And that is so easy when it comes to children's toys, especially now that my toddler, like he just turned 2. And it is very hard to keep those toys at a minimum and to keep the toys that I do have from just getting all over the place. I'm rambling a little bit, but I just have really loved this play gym, because a play gym is usually one of those larger items that kind of take up a lot of space and get in the way. This actually folds up, so I can set it aside if I need to. I think it's very aesthetically pleasing, and it doesn't draw a ton of attention in my home, and if you do see it, it looks really nice, and Violet loves it. She loves playing with it. The cool thing is, when she was just a little baby, she would lay on her back and play with it. She's now trying to crawl, like scoot around a lot, and so I will sit her up as she's learning to sit upright, and she can play with the little toys that dangle in front of her. And as she learns to pull herself up and stand leaning on things, I expect that she will hold on to this and play with this in that position as well. Toys that grow along with your kids is also really nice. I highly recommend it. These little cups have also been so fun for her. She really loves playing with them. And actually, Malachi loves playing with them as well. They stack inside each other, they stack on top of each other. Pretty straightforward, but again, a cute toy, and they just incorporate really well into the home, and Violet just loves playing with them and banging them on each other and throwing them around, and it's been a great addition to our little toy collection. So the next item are these wood puzzles, which I actually found at the thrift store. I always have to check the toy section, because at the thrift store you never know what you're going to find when it comes to anything. I was just so happy to come across these. They're a little bit on the easier side for Malachi right now, but he's still young enough that he really loves the animals, and he loves taking the pieces off and putting them back. I expect that Violet will start using these once she gets old enough, so I was just so happy to have some puzzles to add to our toy collection. So sticker books are what I want to talk about next. I didn't even know this was a thing, but it's a reusable sticker book. And Malachi was given these for his 2nd birthday. They are great because kiddos, toddlers, I mean, they love stickers usually, right? But then the stickers end up all over the place except the place that they're supposed to be putting them. And then you're just peeling them off, and they're used up, and they go into the trash. So these reusable stickers are amazing because they can stick them and pull them off. They can create different scenes. There's like different scenes within these books, and they just put whatever they want on there. There's no rules to follow. They have the different scenes that are appropriate for each section, but Malachi puts them every which way, and it's just so fun. And he can use his imagination and be creative. He can use the stickers, and then we put them in the little book and close it up, and he can reuse it the next time. It's great. I also love these because they're really portable, and I bring them with us when we go to church, and he can sit in the service with us, and he plays with these a lot. So of course I have to talk about his Tonka truck, classic for a reason. This was also given to him at his birthday, and he loves pushing it around the yard and dumping it and filling it with sand, and it's just, like I said, classic for a reason. He loves it. He really needed some outdoor toys, and this truck is perfect. He loves playing in the dirt, and so encouraging him with more dirt-themed toys is right up his alley. I also wanted to avoid getting the plastic ones because that wouldn't last very long in our yard, so I'm so glad it's metal and it's very sturdy, and I fully expect it to endure the test of time with my toddler, even if he's a little bit rough with it. Okay, so now we are going to be talking about the kiddos' books. We are big book fans in this family. We really love our books, and that is no exception when it comes to my children's books. So first I want to talk about this cute little book called Triangle. It really explores shapes for toddlers, so it's a good book when you're teaching them different shapes. The artwork is very simple, the way that it was illustrated. It's really cute, and we just love reading this book together. So this next book, called What's the Matter with Jethro, was actually written by a local author and a friend of mine, and I was so glad to be able to get a copy of this book. It is so cute. The illustrations are adorable. It's about this greyhound that is very clumsy, and just an adorable story. It also, when you get to the end, there's some notes and stuff in the back, and it's actually an illustration of our walk as Christians. And it's a cute book. You can order it online. I would highly recommend looking into it. This book is called All the Places to Love, and it is a gorgeously illustrated book, and it's very well written. I find time and time again that with children's books, there's often a lot of twaddle books and just books that are written kind of sloppy, or they're written very simple for children, but not in a way that's helpful. Like, they're written in a way that's very dumbed down, I guess is the best way to describe it. And I don't know if you found that to be the case, but I think it's very challenging to find good children's literature, especially for toddlers. And this book is obviously a little bit advanced for him, but the language is just so descriptive and beautiful, and that is what my toddler needs right now. He is talking so much, he is mimicking so much of what we say, and having good books with very descriptive, large words that are beyond him in his vocabulary is only going to help him. And he's not bored by it. He's very engaged because, again, the illustrations are beautiful. He loves hearing the story, and it's just been a great book to have in his library. So another thing that is a challenge when it comes to children's books, finding solid biblical books for them. And I am a Christian, and so it is very important for me to raise my children in the Lord and in His Word. But I find a lot of Bible books for children, stories are very dumbed down and changed, and just not happy with most of what I see when it comes to biblical children's books. This Psalms book has been great because it's just very beautiful illustrations. It just takes a few of the Psalms. It's going to really help Malachi as we start memorizing some scriptures together, and we just love looking through this book and reading through it. This book, called 3-in-1, has been amazing. It is very doctrinally sound. It covers some more difficult topics in Christianity. This specifically is talking about the Trinity. It covers it in a way that's very simple. It really is something that a child can understand, and the illustrations just help with making that point. I thought it was such a great find. He's too young right now to understand the concepts in the book, but just going through it with him and opening up subjects and topics with him has been wonderful. I'm very happy with this book, and I recommend you look into it as well. Alright, so we have worked our way through most of the list, and I just have this last category for you all, which is clothing, and I only have 2 items I'm going to talk about with you. Firstly, this button-down shirt. I really love it so much. It's very easy to throw on. I can tuck it in, I can style it up or down. I love the colors, I love how it feels. It's very soft, it's thin, so I can wear it as a jacket, like just an extra layer over something, or I can wear it by itself. I can roll up the sleeves or have it down. Like, it's very versatile for different seasons, which I love, and I don't know, I've been wearing this shirt so much lately. And lastly, I want to talk about this blue top. I really love wardrobe that is very classic and that doesn't necessarily hardcore follow a trend, and this top is just very simple, and I really love how it can be dressed up or down. It's just really cute and feminine. I wear it all the time. It's my favorite spring piece that I've been wearing recently. Oops. Alright, well, that wraps it up for this video. I do want to say I'm not sponsored by any of the companies or products in this video. Everything was either given to me or purchased with my own money, and I will link everything in the description below that I can. I don't know if 100% of what I listed is available right now, but I will link everything that I can. So if you thought you saw anything that caught your eye, please go into the description and check out those products. Thank you so much for going through these items with me. I had a lot of fun. I hope that you did as well. If you stuck around for the entire video, thank you so much for joining me, and I'm so glad that you spent a little part of your day with me on this little corner of the internet. If you liked what you saw, then give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and hit the bell button if you want to be notified anytime I post a new video. I'll catch you all very soon. Bye.